Hello everyone, welcome to Gosport Railworks. My name is James and today we'll be looking at the Hornby Arnold Brighton Belle of 1960 variant. Product code, for those interested, is HN3006. You can actually get, I will mention you can get the free inside cases, which are product code, let me just read off hand, HN3502. Which I have ordered, however they haven't quite arrived yet, so I'll just be reviewing the end units. So yes, I've been waiting for this one quite a while and I'm quite happy that it's finally arrived. But before the review, we'll have a look at the bits of paper on the inside, which I've luckily already removed. One bit of paper is the exploded diagram saying all the bits and pieces on the inside and how to remove the body to get at the DCC decoder, which is somewhere in here somewhere. But I won't be having to go at that quite yet because, quite frankly, I'm scared to actually open it up on camera. The other bit is just the usual operating instructions in various languages and yeah, all the other sorts and stuff. All the things which nobody actually reads. Anyway, on to the main bit. This is the motorized unit, and so far it's extremely well made. Given how much it cost me, I should assume it should be, which I'll get onto the price later on. As you can see, it has very, let's make sure, as you can see, it's got very finely printed decals on it, if that's the right word. Very detailed roof, rivets and all, which you may be able to see on camera just about. So there's a little, I think that's destination thing. Either way, it says Brighton Belle at the top there. The ends are quite detailed as well. One thing which I have noticed slightly is a little bit of paint on the cabling. I'll just get something pointed out. Just on the inside here, a little bit of paint on the cabling. It may have been this one, it may have been on the trailing unit. But yeah, slight bit too much paint there, but otherwise you will not actually notice. All of these little lamps, table lamps here, they all light up. Very nicely looking, even in no bright room, they light up quite well. The underside has some detail, bit basic, but get into the end gates and you will not notice. It seems to be that they are lubricated already. They have got NEM pockets on either end, well, on this end and on the trailer unit on this end, but on the inside coupling you have these electrical conducting couplings. Just quickly show the trailing unit. So there's a little bit too much paint just on there, but considering how small and detailed, how small these models are, it's probably unavoidable, unfortunately. But yes, even in the trailer unit and also in the extra coaches, all these little lamps light up, and it's very nice to see. You see even the emblems, I'm guessing it's the Pullman emblem, I can't remember, they are very detailed. And yes, again, detail on the bottom and the electrical connection on the inside. These are actually a bit fiddly to uncouple. Coupling is a bit easier as long as you get the pin. It's got a 3-pin connection on the inside. Just make sure it's inside. See, 3 pins there, and on the actual 3 pins there. As long as you make them match up fairly well, they do connect together, and they have a little locking mechanism on here. So when you want to disconnect them, you have to pull this slightly apart, and then very gently pull them apart. But yes, downsides, apart from the tiny little bit of paint, which again is probably unavoidable, there is one major down point which I have noticed, and that is all the power for all these lights and everything, including the motor, all comes from the motor unit. From what I can tell, you don't get any power being picked up from these wheels from the trailer unit, despite the fact that it's an electrical connection going throughout the entire train. So that's a bit of a downside, considering that it does mean that it can be susceptible to dead frogs if you've got any on your layout. Currently on my larger layout I do, because I haven't wired them all up, but it is a problem. So for how much they cost, I would have liked no electrical pickups throughout the entire length of the train, but considering it's highly detailed everywhere else, maybe maybe sometimes I could have added in, considering that these are the second time that Hornby has actually made these, but that's what it is. Also, just to point out, yes, Hornby have made Brighton Belle before in two other liveries. The first one is basically the same as this, apart from that it's not got the small yellow panel on the front, and the other one is in BR blue colours. So it's basically depicting the 1930s and also the 1970s versions, while I've bought myself the 1960s. Extremely pricey on eBay if you ever want to find them. Probably much as how much I actually paid for this lot, but but yes, quite pleased so far. But let's get onto track. Then I will actually not onto track, onto turntable first. Then after that I'll show you it on the track. So see you in a bit. I know I forgot something. How much does the train weigh? Turn that on first and not do any damage into it. Right, the actual locomotive powered unit itself. Let's make sure that's nicely picked up. That weighs 68.7 grams, and the trailer unit, which I'm going to use as a rough basis for the ones which I don't have. Try and pick it up. And 31.8, so not all that much different from a Mark 1. It's slightly heavier, so that's how much it weighs. Anyway, onto the turntable. The Southern Railway gave the designation 5 Belle to the 5-car all-Pullman electric multiple units which worked for prestigious Brighton Belle trains between London Victoria and Brighton. These units survived long enough in British Railway ownership to be allocated the Tops Class 403. The SR electrified the London Victoria to Brighton line in the early 1930s, and full electric services commenced over route from the 1st of January 1933. For the high-profile Southern Belle Pullman train, the 3 5-car units consisting entirely of Pullman cars were built. All 15 cars were built by Metropolitan Carroll in June 1934. The Southern Railway renamed the Southern Belle as the Brighton Belle. The last Brighton Belle train ran on the 30th of April 1972, and the 3 5 Belle units were drawn. However, all 15 cars were sold into private ownership, though no unit was kept altogether as a single entity. Instead, they were split up, and each vehicle was initially used as an individual Pullman car, the majority not in railway use. A number of them have been returned to service on the main line with the Belmond British Pullman as hauled cars forming part of the British Pullman charter train. A campaign to return the Brighton Belle to mainline service was launched by the 5 Belle Trust in 2008. Right, here we are on Gosport. The reason why I'm using this layout instead of a test track is, for the most part, this is already laid out, and well, it's just easy to set up really. I'd still be using bottom port for locos which really can't work with dead frogs, which for the most part is pretty much any tank engine at the moment. But yes, here we are, Brighton Belle. Still not got the 3 coaches yet, but oh well, let's give this a slow speed test. And as you can see, that is very smooth. Let's try the other way around. I've only got this on DC, so that's very smooth for slow speed. This is the motorized car, and as you can see, well, as you can't see, the motor is very difficult to see, even while being zoomed in this far. You might be able to see it. No, not quite. Anyway, let's go a bit more speed. Now then, that is very nice, even with just a 2-car brake at the moment. A bit more speed, because we always like speed. You can see the ends are also lit up. It's very nicely running. Now then, with all the, well, let's say with all the faults, there's only one main fault which I have pointed out earlier, which is hasn't got all coats pick up, because all the power is just coming from that powered car, which is the rear one at the moment, and a few bits of those spots of paint which could have just been applied a bit more neater. How much does this unit cost? Well, if you get the full 5-car unit, it will set you, and also if you got it from Hornby like I did, it will cost you £319. Yes, you might be calling me an idiot, but I would. The reason I got it directly from Hornby is, first of all, it came quite quickly. Well, I say quickly, it came out before Hatton's even got it. It had free posting, so it's offset a little bit, and I really want Hornby to expand their end gauge market, because quite frankly they have a lot of nice models in AA gauge and I want them in end gauge, so why not give a bit more of a message to Hornby to think about delving a bit more into end gauge. Well, end gauge with the British market, because I know they've got the Arnold stuff. From Hatton's or any other retailer, you can get this for significantly cheaper, 287, which I say is about 30 quid cheaper. Still expensive. Most of that is just due to this part, which is 180 from retailers or 200 from Hornby, and the 3 coaches, which I haven't got yet but I have ordered, is 119 from Hornby and 107 and 50p from retailers. So yes, do you think it's worth it, or do I think it's worth it? quite like this model. No, I've only got 2 other electric mobile units in, well, this era, and both of them are technically the same thing because I did a coach swap to make a 4-BEP. Slide down a little bit just so I don't have to. I'm controlling the camera, well, holding the camera with my hands, because it's a bit easier. But yes, do I think it's worth it? I only just think that it's worth it. I said if it had all coats pick up, then it should definitely be worth it. If I paid the retailer's price, it would have been worth it. But I do like my multiple units, and this one just looks gorgeous. It's up to you to decide if you think you should get yourself one. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review, and don't forget to comment, subscribe and like if you really feel like it. Isn't that meant to be like, comment and subscribe? But I have to get used to saying all that. Yes. Very nice. Anyway, I'll see you again next time. Bye bye now.